Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I am jumping straight into nail prep. I do want to apply a peel off base coat that I use for all of my pop-up sets. I don't have footage of this part, but I did apply cuticle oil before applying the top coat. For those of you that are new to my channel, I have an astrology series that is centered around nails and the horoscope of each sign. So if you're interested, stay tuned. If not, please be sure to use the timestamps below to skip over this section. The dreamers, psychics, our path to enlightenment, and the siren of the sea. Pisces, in today's video, we are covering you. Let's jump right in. Pisces, you have had an interesting couple of years. You finally left the grasp of the malefics, Saturn and Neptune. Saturn is the planet of time, karma, responsibilities, and restriction, to name a few. And Neptune is the planet of delusion, fantasy, imagination, spirituality, and the influence over the general public. Saturn was in Pisces for 2.5 years. Neptune was in Pisces for over 14 years, literally the end of an era. The Neptune and Saturn in Pisces transit showed us so many shifts in society, renewed beliefs in religion, and the dangers of recreational substance use. This transit has been about exposing truths and dissolving illusions on a collective scale, and of course, wherever you have Pisces in your chart. I believe society has been more open to the occult, like astrology, spiritual phenomenons, and esoteric knowledge. Topics that were once considered pseudoscience are now being recognized as practical. I feel like everyone is also becoming more aware of how intangible time and reality is, and how powerful our mind and emotions govern us, and the way that also affects our worldview.
Mega Millions lottery.
You thought you'd win.
Well, I knew I would win.
It isn't just hocus pocus to you.
No, I'm not into magic. It's about your belief. What you believe in strongly will manifest, and it does. I do a lot of reading when it comes to the mind, because I believe that our minds are very powerful. As you think, so it is. Power of the Subconscious Mind is one of my favorite books. You have to be really clear when you say that you're going to do what you plan to do. Because that what you put your strongest feeling into has to manifest.
So you might be wondering, what is the correlation? Since we covered what Neptune represents and the role that it plays in our everyday lives, as well as Pisces being a spiritual sign of enlightenment, I think everyone has woken up to the world in different ways. It is now made aware to us and the general public that our thoughts create our reality, and what we consume affects our own personal and collective worldview. We are also looking at our government structures and big corporations in a much different light. The rose-colored glasses have slid off. Moving on, for Pisces during this time, I hope Neptune's confusing fog left you with a newfound sense of self and purpose, and I hope overcoming limitations forced you to feel powerful. With that being said, and with all the cycles closing and fate turning, use this time period as your last opportunity to change your life if you haven't, and also reflect. Let's get into the forecast for the rest of the year. From now until June, your self-expression and outlook on life should have a positive turn and feel. Jupiter in Cancer is trining your sun until June of 2026. This is a very good boost in your vitality, increase in opportunities, and a drastic shift in your belief system for the better. There's definitely an emphasis on your finances and resources for the last couple of weeks in April and maybe a little bit into May, you will also be very heavily focused on that this year more than usual. Saturn will square Mars later in the summer around July. This is another area where your faith and belief in yourself will be tested. Overall, I would say summertime is a bit murky, but after September, there's some momentum. You should expect growth and expansion in your work and job life. Some of you may end up getting a new pet or developing a new workout or skincare routine. There's just some improvement in your daily routines and habits. The North Node is going to move into Aquarius, which will be residing in your house of spirituality and the subconscious. You can definitely expect to shed unhealthy habits and workspaces that no longer serve you, as well as putting your health first. Definitely a year of spiritual enlightenment for the better. You will be constantly shedding old skin, Pisces. Alright, so that is the end of our astrology segment. Pisces, I hope you guys enjoyed your season. And again, please make sure to pay attention to the pinned comments if you do want a mini 2026 reading. Alright guys, so we are doing GelX nail extensions today, or soft gel extensions. I'm using these full cover nail tips from Amazon. I feel like these shape my nail bed way better. I was going to use the Unigella ones, but I was kind of aiming for a different look today. Before we even begin to adhere these nail tips, we do need to etch the inside of them since they're a smooth surface, and etching them basically buffs the nail surface, and this helps the gel adhere better to the nail. This is the nail glue gel I'll be using today. I'm pretty sure you can use builder gel, but there's definitely other really good nail glue gels on the market. I'm being very careful not to apply too much on the nail tip so that I don't have any overflooding, even though I did end up having overflooding issues. I do want to shape these into a medium almond, so I'm going to trim them down and also use a straight edge nail cutter to clip the sides to kind of turn it into an almond. So it's going to look a bit weird. You're going to have a very deep coffin shape. Just for better nail art adhesion, I'm going to buff out the surface of the nails with a nail buffer. I'm now going to seal the cuticle area with a fine carbide bit. I kind of seen some girls on TikTok doing this, and I thought I'd try it out instead of using the ceramic bit. To make the cuticle area a bit more flush, I'm going to apply acetone on the cuticle area. Alright, so let's jump into the nail art. I did run a poll in the community tab a couple of months ago, and I'll have it somewhere on the screen for the link, as well as some comments for the nail design idea. I did go with a kind of like tropical seashell, seashore type of vibe. I feel like it was very fitting since, you know, Pisces is the sea, you guys also rule animals. I just felt like it kind of worked. So I'm starting off with the base of the nail. I'm applying this base color from InHype, and I'm applying 2 layers of this, curing it for 30 seconds each. Next, I'm using a pastel green. I did add a little bit of yellow, but you can barely see it. I didn't add as much where it would stand out, and kind of where I messed up, but it ended up working out anyways. And I'm going to be painting a 90s French, and pretty much all of the nails will have a 90s French. They're all just going to be different colors. For the seashell nail, I did apply a thin layer of the white color, and then we're going to go in with a really light brown, and we're going to swipe this side to side while the gel is uncured. This gives it that seashell effect. We're doing 3D gel flowers today, so I'm using this solid glue gel from Makartt, and we do not need a lot of nail glue gel when we are doing 3D flowers since the nail isn't very long and I don't want the flowers to be too thick. We are doing 3D nail art today. I'm using Makartt's Rhinestone Glue, and don't get me wrong, I really love using this, but I'm really considering using some sort of non-wipe 3D gel. I feel like when I apply top coat after applying 3D lines, it loses a little bit of dimension. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but I just noticed it and I'm reconsidering. To finish this look off, I'm going to apply top coat on all of my nails, and I will be carrying this in the lamp for 60 seconds. So here are how my nails turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I like these. These are very spring and very summer-like, and I really love the seashell nails. I always love a seashell nail every time I do it. I do have everything that I used linked in the description box. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and thank you all so much for watching. I do hope to see you in my next video.